Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we are building another Tudor mansion because I am obsessed with these kinds of houses. It's not like it's a issue though because it's a good build and it's content. I can make a video out of this, and people watch it. So like it's not like it's an issue, but like the roofing that's an issue because I spent literally like half an hour just working on two roofs on this house because I was so confused. I was like, how do I make it work? Because you can see, well, not, I don't know if you can see it now, but the two roofs that are on the side right here, where like the half gable, I don't know what the roofs are called. I don't pay that much attention, but the roofs are higher than the wall height, so that means that the inside looks like it has outside lighting, and it was so annoying. I was like, how do I fix this? I fixed it by putting walls on the inside the roof connected to it and made it just like a room, which is kind of annoying from the inside because then you just have like a part of a roof over your bedroom. But like it's not as horrible as having the entirety of the upstairs having outdoor lighting. So I guess I kind of fixed it. But I just spent too much time on it, and it was not worth it because it looks cute at the end though. So I guess that's a bonus. But I spent way too long on this. I think this also happened in the last house I made. It's just because the roofs are so tall, and so they go above the normal height of the wall. So it's just like, no, I break now, and it's fine. But today, in honor of the new paranormal pack that's coming out, I decided that I wanted to talk about my house. Now, my house being semi-haunted. It's not like proven haunted. It's just kind of creepy. There's some weird things that happen, and I'm fine. I think maybe we'll see if I get murdered if I'm talking about this. But like I've talked about it before, so I think it's fine. Not on YouTube though, but I've talked about it just existing. But usually, it's not like it's like a like how it's like 3 a.m. is supposed to be like a scary time. In my house, it's like 4:30 p.m. It's like 4:30 p.m. That's the witching hour now. And I'm just like, well, I guess it's because I'm usually home alone at that time, so that I notice it more. So, it's fine. But typically, I'll hear like knocking from like inside the walls. Like it sounds like it's coming from the inside, or it's just like sounds like it's kind of hollow, kind of like that. I'll hear like scratching like on the walls or like downstairs somewhere. And like sometimes I'm not alone when I hear it. So sometimes I'm like, no, it's just my brother or like something like that, or like it's the cat or something. But sometimes I'm like, I'm alone. They're doing something else. Like what is this? And it's fine. But also, we've had several incidents within the house. Like, I told you about the shoe incident yesterday. Or, not yesterday. I talked about it yesterday. But, like, the video came out probably a week ago at this point. But I talked about how I had a shoe. And one of the shoes went missing and then reappeared underneath my bed. Like, all alone. Didn't put it there. My brother didn't put it there because he can't get into my room. And no one can get in my room. No one went in my room. So I'm just like, how'd it end up under there? And so it's super creepy. Things like that happens all the time. Like my brother carries around a stuffed animal, and so it's gone missing several times. It just kind of reappears like places. So I don't know if that's his, but he is full on crying when it disappears. So it's not like he's doing it because he doesn't do things for attention. Like neither of us do things for attention. So it's not that. But it's just reappearing places, and I know obviously I didn't do it, and I'm assuming our parents wouldn't do it because that's kind of mean, like forcing your kid to cry, but that's not possible, right? But it just reappears. And also this happened with a lunchbox. Now, however, this has been kind of disproven within my house, but I'm still how? So back, I think it was January 2020, so 8th grade-ish. Maybe. It may have been before that. I really don't have a timeline in my head. Timelines don't work in my head. But it was around then. I had this lunchbox. The lunchbox doesn't really matter what it looks like. It's just a gray, normal lunchbox I got from a store. And so I brought it to school one day because, that's what you do with your lunchbox is you eat out of it at school. So I brought it to school, and I was just like, okay. And then I got on the bus, as I said before in my middle school bus stories. I took the bus in middle school. And so I get on the bus, I had it in my hand. I know I had it in my hand. I'll talk about that later. And then I get off the bus, I go home, and then, like, I realize I don't have my lunchbox anymore. And I don't think I realized it, like, that day, because usually I just, like, set it on the counter and then, like, get it later, or, like, someone else will do it before me, because usually I'll, like, do homework, and then, like, 7 p.m. I'll, like, undo my lunchbox because I don't care. But, you know, that's besides the point. But I realized that it wasn't there. Now, there wasn't anything really important in that, other than, like, my bus pass, but, you know, that's fine, it's okay. And, like, oh, my student ID was in there, but, like, in middle school, student IDs have literally no purpose, so it was just kind of a photo of you. But that was in there, my bus pass, and just, like, plastic bags, and, and an ice pack. But, like, those disappear all the time, mostly because, we break them and don't tell our parents. But, like, that's not our fault. They're breakable. They're very breakable. But, I lost the lunchbox. I figured I was just like, I probably just left it on the bus. But we called the bus company. I talked to the bus driver the next day. He hadn't seen a lunchbox got left on the bus. And the bus company had not seen a lunchbox turned in. So we were just like, okay, someone stole it. But I'm like, you stole a lunchbox? Okay, good job, buddy. Stole a lunchbox, has some plastic bags in it. Good job, buddy. And just like, but like, that doesn't make any sense. Now, this is where it gets kind of like, what? So, that was in like January. And then I hadn't touched my backpack because of, you know, the whole like COVID situation. So I just had my bag sitting in my closet, just up at the top. I was just like, okay, I don't need you anymore. Like, I stuff it up every summer, and I didn't use it, so I didn't like even like check it. Now August rolls around, and I was going to get my bag to like prepare it to go back to school, just like get it all ready and stuff. And so I was cleaning it out because it had a bunch of, you know, history, you know, papers that I had done, or like some English assignments, random stuff. Doesn't matter about that. But in the front pouch, I found my bus pass. Now, the bus pass, I believed, was in my lunchbox. And the bus pass, I had 3 of them at the time. One of them was like a consecutive, one of them was like a whenever you want, and then I just had like an expired one. The expired one doesn't matter. But I found that in the front pouch, in like the extra like baggage material that like just like from the behind pocket that had just gotten stuffed into that pocket, because it's, you know, it's connected. Yeah, probably makes no sense. But it was in there, all covered up. Now, that bus pass, I put in my lunchbox every single time I went in the bus. I put it in my lunchbox. I like put it all, closed it up, and held it so that I wouldn't have to like put it away. I never once when I got onto the bus put it back in my bag, especially not in that pocket, because I have a specific like pocket for when I like put it in there, like when I'm like at school or like after I'm off of the bus. But it wasn't in that. It was in a separate pocket that I don't use. I have never used it. There's literally nothing in that. Well, now there is. Now there's masks. But at that point, I had never used that pocket. So I'm just like, how'd it get in there? It was so weird. And so I was like, there's no way, because I didn't put it in the pocket. I do not remember putting it in the pocket. And I have pretty good memory when it comes to like those things. It's more like, what did I learn at school today, the things that I forget? But like that, I would not have forgotten, and it never got put into my bag while I was on the bus. And so when I found it in my bag, I was like, no, there's no way. It disappeared. That's like kind of finding like the lunch, like the like a plastic bag with some like moldy carrots, or like the ice pack, trying to find that like 8 months after the incident. What? Like, that's so creepy. I was just like, there's no way it ended up there, because if I had found it, I wouldn't have like held on to it for that long, and like no one else would have put it in my bag. Like, none of those kids would have stolen that like super quickly. They'd be like, ooh, bus pass, take that, because like it's free money basically. And so it wouldn't have gotten put in my bag. Also, you could feel if someone was opening your bag, because all of my bag like zipper pockets are closed, because I am paranoid about that stuff, about stealing my stuff. But it's just like, how did that even occur? But like with the other stuff, like the scratching and like the knocking and like all of the other creepy stuff, like the sounds that you hear had been happening all my life. So like almost 15 years at this point. So I hadn't thought that much about it. But like with the shoe incident, with my brother's stuffed animals incident, and that on top of that, I was like, something's creepy is happening here. Like, what is happening? And I was just so confused for like the next like week after I found the bus pass. I was like, there's no way. And I was just so freaked out. I was like, I'm gonna find the lunchbox. It's gonna be like in my closet, or it's gonna be like showing up on my bed or something. Because I was just like, something's watching or something's happening. And it's just like, no, there's no way that happened. Now I'm over it. I'm just like, okay, yes, something happened. Some mysterious circumstance happened, but I've moved on. It's now January, almost February, so, it's fine. But the next situation, it's not really a situation, but there's a bunch of dolls in my house, which I've talked about before. My mother and my grandmother both collect dolls, and they're horrible. Most people would agree. If you had a bunch of creepy, like they're not cute. Well, they're kind of cute, but like most of them give off pretty eerie feelings. You're like kind of unsettled like around them. But there's this one doll that my grandmother gave to my mother, I don't know, like 6-7 years ago. I don't really remember exactly when it was, but I remember when it happened. Me and my brother were both like having like a tantrum because we're like 7, but also this doll, it like if you like lay it back, it blinks, like it'll close its eyes when you lay it back, and it's just like, oh no, please, because the rest of them don't have eyelids, and I'd prefer that. But I'm just like, me and my brother were both very violently opposed to this doll coming anywhere near us. But it was a present, so it's staying. And apparently, like, I think it was like a couple weeks later we were talking about it because we complain about it 24/7 up to this day. But my dad, it was like, yeah, I don't like it either. And so me and my brother were both like, why? And so, because obviously a grown adult can't be scared of dolls, right? But like, this doll, just creepy feelings. Now, it's at the bottom, it's like in our formal dining area, and so every time you walk down the stairs, you can just see it, because it's sitting next to a hutch, so you can just see it, and the like floor is mostly open floor plan, so you can like see most of everything when you're going down the stairs. And so it's just there, and every time I go down the stairs, I'm just like, it's gonna move, it's gonna come get me. Most of that happened when I was like more when it first showed up. I was just like, it's gonna come get me in my sleep. Now I'm just like, it's been 6 years. If it would have murdered me, if it hadn't murdered me by now, it's not gonna. Which, is, I guess, a good motto to live by. If it hasn't murdered me yet, it's not gonna. Hurry up, buddy. You gotta get on your game, You gotta quickly murder someone. So, well, I guess that's kind of like you gotta gain their trust. But it's been 6 years. Your life purpose has gone by now, buddy. Hurry up. Get your life goal finished, and then you can move on to hunting the next person, okay? This is also a doll that my friend, I don't know, a year and a half ago, nicknamed Annabelle. I didn't need to know that, please, thank you. So the doll doesn't look anything like her, but, it's a creepy doll, so obviously it was Annabelle or Chucky. They were just like, yep, this one's a girl, so yep, it's Annabelle right there. Which most of the dolls are girls. Which, now that I think about it, why? Like, I guess that, mostly, like, it's like a stereotypical girl, like, thing. So I guess if you found, like, a boy doll, it'd be like, that's weird. But, like, why? Like, all of them are the same, except this one is, like, it's bigger slightly, but it's, like, looks heavy. Like, not, like, it looks like it'd be kind of hard to pick up, but, like, honestly, it doesn't really. But it just kind of, like, sits on a wooden chair. Now, I have gone next to it. It doesn't give off it doesn't give off more creepy vibes than the rest of them, which I guess is pretty good. But, it's just, this house, don't trust it anymore. I cannot trust anything about this house, but, that's fine. I've lived here for 15 years, so that's fine. I'll be fine, I think. But we're getting to the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you liked the video. But I post a new video every day of the week, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye.